Hey guys, my name is Jarvin Proctor, youth pastor at Bethel Worship Center in Camden, South Carolina, and I appreciate the opportunity to be a part of Youth Leaders University. I think everyone who's a part of this, who's putting this thing on, I think it's an amazing, amazing thing. And I appreciate you being a part of this and taking time to train yourself and see what's going on. Listen, we all need to be trained. I constantly train myself, and I know the guys that are doing this, they constantly train themselves. We're lifelong learners, and I know you're the same. And I just appreciate the work that you're doing. And today I want to talk to you just a little bit about parents, ministering to your parents in youth ministry. I fully believe that youth ministry is just as much about parent ministry as it is about your youth ministry. Because your teenagers, they have parents, and those parents are a very integral part of your teens being a part of your youth ministry. If you upset those parents, you may not see those teens back. So we have to understand that ministering to those parents is very important. And one of the major things that's important about your parents is the fact that you need to communicate very well with those parents. They need to hear what's going on in your youth ministry. They need to know what's coming up in their youth ministry. So do everything that you can to communicate openly and freely with your parents. I tell you, some of the things that I have done in the past to minister to my parents, to communicate to my parents, is monthly newsletters. Those never go bad. And there's so many ways that you can do that. You can design them on your own. You can do them on your own. Your teenagers can even help you out with designing newsletters and doing that. Man, your teenagers know how to use computers sometimes probably way better than you do. I know mine do. And if you give those teenagers an opportunity to put something together for you and help you do that, they'll be more than happy to do it. But send them out some monthly newsletters. Just let them know what's going on with your youth ministry coming up in the next few months, and give them time to know what's going on. I encourage you to plan out your year of what's coming up for your youth ministry, and just send that out to your parents so they know ahead of time. They'll be truly impressed with you and what's going on. And just get that information out to them. And also in that newsletter, let them know, maybe give them some information about youth culture, things that your parents may not be aware of that's going on. I tell you, some of the best tools that you can get are on simplyyouthministry.com. You go to simplyyouthministry.com, man, you can find, they have a newsletter template that you can use for your parents, and it's very inexpensive. And if you don't want to design one on your own, you can use that and just plug stuff into it. It makes it extremely simple, extremely easy. But you can do the newsletter once a month. Many of your parents are probably on emails. Just create an email list, send it out to them. Many of your parents may even be on Facebook and social media, things like that. You can create a group on those social media sites just for your parents so that y'all can be a part. Y'all can have discussions, talk about things that are going on with youth culture, talk about things that are coming up in your youth ministry. Get input from your parents and what they want to see happen with their teens, what they need for themselves. There's so many ways that you can minister to your parents. They need that just as much as your teenagers do. Other things that I've done is maybe quarterly have parent meetings where you bring your parents in and you set up a time to meet with your parents and talk about things that you have going on with your youth, talk about things that are going to be coming up, get input from your parents at those meetings about what's going on in their life, what they need help with their kids. And let me tell you this, as far as you and your parents and ministering to those parents, you are an echo to those parents. Those parents are the #1 influence to those teenagers' lives. Those teenagers are with their parents every day for the most part. You may have different situations with different teenagers, but a majority of your kids, they have their parents at home, and you can and their parents are an instrumental voice in their teenagers' lives. Studies have shown that the #1 role models of teenagers are parents. They look up to their parents, where many of them may not act like they do, many of them may not talk like they do. They truly do, and they listen to what their parents have to say. And I encourage you to be an echo to those parents' voices. That would be one of the most important things to those parents. If you do that, they will appreciate you so much. But I encourage you in what you're doing. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for being in the trenches with us, working with these teenagers. It's a very important part of the job. Don't let anybody tell you that your job's not important or anything like that. Your job is extremely important. And I appreciate you and thank you for what you're doing. And thank you for the opportunity to be here with you today.